I'd like to welcome you to the Migration Policy Institute. My name is Kathleen Newland, and I direct the Migrants, Migration, and Development program here at MPI. And we're really delighted to have you here today, where we are launching a new book called Diasporas, New Partners in Global Development Policy. And that, of course, is going to be the topic of our discussions today. We are going to be recording the proceedings and posting them on our website with a bit of editing, which I'll explain shortly. The book, as you know, is the product of a partnership with USAID, and we were happy to be able to match their grant to MPI thanks to the generosity of the MacArthur Foundation, which has been a major supporter of our migration and development work. I'm delighted to have three distinguished colleagues from the U.S. government who are really leading the U.S. government's work and developing the interest in the U.S. government on diaspora engagement. And they will speak in the order in which I'm going to introduce them just now. Karen Turner is a career minister at USAID. That may not be a familiar title to you. It's the highest rank that a foreign service officer can obtain in USAID, so there are not very many of them. And Karen is the director of the Office of Development Partners in USAID. She, as you may have noted, wrote the foreword to the book, and she has been a staunch advocate for involving diasporas more in the work of USAID. Has been quick to recognize that diasporas have a great deal to contribute, both in terms of knowledge and talent and commitment to development in their countries of origin. I'm going to come back to you after Karen has said a few words to tell you a little bit about the book. Not a great deal, because of course I want you all to go home and read it immediately, but hopefully just enough to pique your curiosity. We're then going to have Pradeep Ramamurthy, who is the Senior Director of Global Engagement on the National Security Staff at the White House. He is speaking on background today, therefore we're not going to post his comments. This is not because he's going to say anything top secret, I don't believe, but rather because if he had to have everything cleared by the White House, that would have ruled out any spontaneity in our discussion later on. So we're grateful to him for being willing to comment on this topic and tell us something about the interest in this topic, which goes to the very top of the U.S. government, as those of you who listened to the President's speech in Cairo earlier this year will know. And finally, we'll have Thomás Debass, who is the newly appointed Regional Director at the Global Partnership Initiative in the State Department. Thomás is the godfather of this christening. He, before going over to the State Department and with the intervening few months at the Overseas Private Investment Corporation, was at USAID in Karen's office and developed the Diaspora Networks Alliance framework, and that DNA framework is very much the sort of template for this book. The book is a collection with many authors, and I want to introduce one of them, Erin Terrazas. Erin, please stand up, who is a policy analyst here at MPI and wrote a couple of the chapters and contributed to to others. We also had the help of a number of very, very talented interns on this project, and a couple of them contributed so much that they earned authorship as well. And one of them is here, Roberto Munster, please, Roberto, who helped us with the chapter on diaspora philanthropy. Our counterpart in USAID, Yvonne Resplendi, is at the back of the room, and Yvonne was with us almost throughout the process. He was appointed as Thomás left, and was a very committed partner in the series of roundtables that we had around each of the chapters of the book. And I'm not sure if any of our colleagues from QED, which managed the grant, are here, but they were also very important in keeping the whole process on track. We owe a particular debt to a great many practitioners, diaspora leaders, entrepreneurs, philanthropists, and others who participated in a series of roundtables we had here at MPI. They vetted the drafts of these chapters. They gave us lots of good ideas. A few of those people are in the room, and I really would like to thank them for all they contributed to the process. As I said, I'll come back with a little bit more to say about the book's contents shortly. But first, I'd like to turn over to Karen Turner, and thank you so much for coming.